I will say this, there is a wall, a place that HBCUHeritageHome.com is working on. Again, the reason it starts with HBCU. So many of our ancestors went to those schools. Our ancestral records, our stories are in those documents, but we're a little slow on getting everything digitized and eagerly making it available. So you can find old catalogs and yearbooks and newspaper articles, but it varies across the board. Like one school might say, for instance, you've got to prove that you're the last living descendant of so and so before you can get a transcript or something. I've got some great stuff. There's one HBCU. You guys might know that while there are about 100 now, there have been more than 250. So most of them are closed, and their records are at various repositories. Um, so I've got three ancestors who went to one school called Mary Holmes Seminary. It was in West Point, Mississippi, and it was run by the Presbyterian Church. So in Philadelphia, at the Presbyterian Historical Society, those records are there. So I'm able to get their transcripts. I could see what activities they were involved in. Um, this is one of the wonderful things, what courses they took, textbooks. So really understanding what people learned at home and how that then continued through church and school. Um, I'm just having a fabulous time, um, delving into some of those questions and looking at, but yeah, that's a big thing. There's some public policy, there's some uh, public knowledge information um, that we're supporting, promoting around that. We want people to be able to just go to the school and say, my great great uncle so and so graduated from this school in 1896. So I've got a what is that? Diploma. I want the rest of dude's records, his application, the recommendation letter that some minister wrote talking about his attributes, those sorts of things.
Joel had his hand up, and then Brother Myron.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Brother Joel.
All right, cool. So my question is, it sounds like this information is being compiled from somebody giving their personal story.
Wait,
And I
hold
could
that
be
thought, hold that thought. So every book, can you see behind me here? So when you say somebody giving their personal story, I just want to make sure
Mhm.
you understand we're talking about a bunch of individual families. Can you see all these books?
Yes.
This book, so you're right. So yeah, it's not one person. But yeah, or actually it is typically the author, even though they ask for input from many family members, they tend not to be as much group projects as perhaps they could or should be. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure we were starting on the right footing before we moved
Yeah,
on.
I'm
So
with you.
yes.
We're on
Okay.
the same
Yeah.
page.
Okay.
Okay. So my question is, how is the information vetted? Like, okay, so right now we have a bunch of people that are indigenous, they Hebrews, they Moors, they are, all kind of different ideologies that they want to label themselves as. So how do you how, how is the information vetted, or is it
That's a
just
great
is
question. Okay, hold it
okay?
right there, and then let's expand so that I don't get mixed up.
Okay.
So each family makes that decision. That's the point I was making about there is no universal, like, let's follow these standards of research and this and this. Each family decides. It's just that simple. Um, Again, you could write a book about this, a bunch of stories that um are from your dreams of Aunt so-and-so. I mean, that's a bad example because no book is fully that. But does that make the point well enough? I hope you're getting it. And some are
Yeah,
done
no,
by
it does.
academicians. We've got a bunch of university presses and commercial presses that publish this stuff. They've got 9 billion references in the back, and that's how some roll. And
Okay, all right.
and that's
So,
not the way generally, again, then there's this whole body of the ones that are published by the families where their primary audience is the descendants. They're not,
mhm,
they don't care if some academician or some mass audience person ever sees this.
right. Okay. So lastly, this is not meant to be historical. This is meant to be more of personal memoirs.
It's all of the above. One can't say it's one or the other. There's a lot of documented history, and people will tell you about, the 9 documents they had to check and double check and how they traveled here and there to do it. It's not one or the other. It's all of the above.
Brother Myron.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you? Thank you, Dr.
Good.
Foster. Excellent, excellent presentation. I give it to you.
Oh, you're
Uh,
so welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Look, I just retired from the National Archives Record Administration, and I was just wondering, are you using any resources from that agency in reference to getting all this information together? Because
So
I'm sure.
again, this is not archival information. This is not documents. This is
Okay.
actual books. But the
Okay.
Library of Congress does have
Okay.
um, one of the largest collections of these books. It
Mm-hmm.
has about 233 on its list of African American genealogies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very low number, though, given that there probably are about 1,000 out there. But so yeah, in terms of actual published books,